All right, I teased in my last video that I'd be talking about Heather Antos's reaction to the changes in Marvel Cinematic Universe phases 5 and 6, which Disney's talking about doing because of just the disastrous environment they've created over the last couple years, where they've wokeized their content and made films that absolutely nobody wants to watch. Now, what's interesting is the mask slips a little bit here, and we learn that the SJWs don't even want the SJW movies. It's really funny. At the end of the day, these are always people who don't actually like the films, that aren't actually fans of this stuff. And so they love to insert this kind of content into their books. They love to put it out there and just like make everything absurd. And then they go back and it's like, gosh, that was terrible. It was poorly done. Well, yeah, no duh. It starts with editorial at the comic book companies. And that starts with Heather Antos when we're talking about IDW. We'll get into this in just a second. All right, if you want a nice comic book, a superhero fun where Heather Antos is not involved and you don't actually have a issue with, gosh, bad woke superheroes, check out Flying Sparks. This is my 5-volume epic so far. We've really done a beautiful job on this, and it's going to be our final volume of this storyline. We'll see how it goes from there. And we're going to be launching this on Kickstarter in the next couple months. If you enjoyed my past works, or if you just want to check out something new, this is really good superhero content with it's a lot of fun, a lot of action, and there's none of that identity politics that ruins things in the book. So you can guarantee that. So check it out. That link's in the description below. It's not live yet, but hit that notify me on launch little setup right there, and you will get it when it goes live. They'll shoot you an email. It's probably going to be January, February next year. So you don't have to worry about it. Just click it, put in your email, and go. And I appreciate you guys for being there. Thanks for supporting the works. All right, here's the tweet. We had Comic Book Resources putting out this. Marvel Studios is reportedly reevaluating upcoming Phase 5 and 6 slate after heavy internal criticism about Phase 4's direction, and will shift focus from quantity to quality. Well, the quantity to quality sort of deal is not the takeaway. You can make a few good movies a year on these budgets. There's enough talented people out there who could do it. But it's what they're doing with it and who they're hiring that ends up being the problem. So this is the way that the corporate's going to phrase things so that the people like Heather don't actually understand what's going on. But normal people can read into this and go, you know what? These last few years of movies are a train wreck, and it's because they've been pushing the MCU crap. It's because they've been pushing the strong female lead Mary Sue stuff that that Heather is actually ranting about on Twitter right now, pretending like it's a good thing. And they're trying to, of course, they're going to like dial back the LGBTQIA plus nonsense. Now, Heather actually has been a part of the Star Wars branch, been a part of the Valiant line with Exo Manowar, becoming a train wreck under her watch as an editor. And she's also then gone to Star Trek, which was also covered, where they've turned Star Trek into like insane rants about pronouns and things like that in the middle of their comics. So there's no self-awareness here. This is who this lady is. She edits these and thinks that's totally fine in her books as those dwindle in sales and keep having troubles because fans don't want that crap. And here is what she thinks when the same thing's starting to happen in movies to a lesser degree than the comics. The comics go way off the rails. She goes, "We did it, guys. We made Marvel realize we want good movies." Yeah, we do want good movies, and that's what we've been saying all along. We want good movies. We want good comics. We want people to actually respect the franchises they work in. When you get into something like Star Trek, Heather, you should have somebody like me, who actually is a person who is like a big fan of Star Trek and actually has the knowledge of the universe, like working on things, rather than somebody who just comes in who's a buddy of yours who just wants to have Vulcans lecture people about pronouns or give some weird black lady with shaved head, that half-shaved head look. Become the lead in like a story that should be about Captain Picard or whatever it is. You know, that's exactly what woke does, and nobody wants it. Everybody doesn't enjoy it. It's not fun for anybody when that gets inserted into comics or movies. And so, yes, things need to change. And I'm glad that at least the corporate where the movies are concerned is taking a look at this. And it's not doing it in the way Heather thinks it is, but it is going to be a different direction going forward, likely, because there's real money involved. Now, the comics, they don't care that much because there's not real money involved. I mean, if you're selling a couple thousand copies of a book, it's making less than my Kickstarter campaign on a comic. So they don't care. It's not real money to them. They're just using that to like make sure there's still copyright for the brand and it doesn't matter. But have a little self-awareness, honey. That's all. That's all I got to say about that. What do you think about Heather Antos' tweet? Do you think it's funny that she's championing basically what we are? I love it when they don't have that self-awareness and they realize, wait, there's something wrong, but they can't quite get their finger on what it is because they'd have to like reevaluate their entire ideology. It's just like chef's kiss, my friends. It really is. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, make sure to check out our non-woke comic and sign up for Flying Sparks on Kickstarter today. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, friends.